Hello and welcome to Basic Journal Entries for Stockholders Equity. My name is Mary J. Collins and I'll be your host today. Stockholders Equity is the amount of cash invested in the company by its owners plus any income that is kept in the company by the owners. Dividends is how the company pays out income earned to the investors. Dividend does not reduce the common stock, but does reduce the retained earnings, both of which are accounts within the stockholders' equity section. Let's look at the basic format of a journal entry. You start with the date column, and you would add the month and the day. Then you have the accounts title and description column, and from there you would have a debit account title and at least one credit account title. The third line would be the description of the transaction. Debit does not mean increase, it simply means left. Credit means right. You must have matching debits and credits in order to have a completed journal entry. Now let's look at one of the basic journal entries within the Stockholders Equity section. We will start with the date, December 24th, 2015. So you will put the date here as 12/24. The year will either be on the cover of the journal or at the top column. What are we receiving? We're receiving cash from investors. So we're going to debit cash, which is an asset account and increases on the debit side. And we've issued stock, so we will credit common stock, which is a stockholders equity account, and it increases on the credit side. The description is issued stock. How much did we get? We got $32,000. So we will increase cash by $32,000 by debiting the cash account. We will also increase common stock $32,000 by crediting the common stock account. This is the completed entry for how to issue stock to investors. Now let's look at a dividend. A dividend is when we give money back to the stockholders. It's usually done to encourage them to buy more stock, and also the stockholders expect a return on their investment. The date is June 14th, 2015. We will put 6/14 in the date column. It's a dividend, which is a contra equity account and has a normal balance on the debit side. So we will put dividend as a debit to increase the amount of dividend we paid out during the year. We are paying cash, so we will credit cash. Cash is an asset account and decreases when we credit it. And then the description will be declared and paid a dividend. The amount is $10,000. We will increase the record-keeping account dividend by $10,000, and we will decrease the cash account, which is an asset account, by $10,000. This completes the two most common journal entries at the beginning for the Stockholders Equity section. Here is a list of common account titles placed in categories. You can look that up to see what increases and which side decreases those accounts. Here are examples of basic journal entries so that you can see these journal entries on paper. And here is my website for C&M students. You'll need a username and password to access it, but you don't need users' names and passwords to access either the handouts or these videos. Thank you very much for being interested in the subject. I look forward to seeing you in other videos.